Hi, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. If you're looking for a job, you can log on to interview.com and you can post your resume with us. In this video, I'm going to talk about very important Java interview question. What is a transient variable in Java? Again, what is a transient variable in Java? A transient variable is a variable that may not be serialized. You know, serialization process is a process to convert your object states into stream of bytes, where you can store the stream of bytes in a file or a database, or you can also send it across the wire. So transient variable is a variable. In this process, a variable you can mark where you want to skip the process of serialization. If you don't want some field to be serialized, you can mark the variable as transient or static. I am having an example so that you can understand. So I am having this transient field class implement serializable, that means a marker interface, which is telling to the compiler that this class is a special class. These objects might be serialized. So it has three attributes: employee number, employee name, and total number of employees. In these three attributes, I just want to skip the process of serialization for these attributes. That's why I marked as transient. So whenever you mark any attribute as a transient, this attribute will not be involved in the process of serialization. That means whenever you store this object, whenever you create this object and store this object in a file, and again you read that file, you won't be getting this attribute from the file, whereas other attributes you can read from the deserialization process. Serialization is converting your object into a file, and deserialization means from the file you can read back the object. So let's see an example so that you can understand. So I showed you this class and three attributes, and this attribute is marked as transient. I'm going to create a file and store that object. Let's see. So I'm going to start the serialization. That means converting an object. I'm creating an object here, converting an object and storing this state to a file, okay, flat file. And here if you see 1 2 3 4 Johnny is these two attributes, and for this transient attribute I am marking it as 100. Whenever I deserialize, this 100 should not come, because this total employees will not be involved in the serialization process. So let's see what exactly it does. So I have written into the file. I am going to read from the file now. Okay, read from the same file. So let's see what is the value. I am expecting 0 for the total employees. So employee number is coming as properly 1 2 3 4, and the employee name from the file is Johnny, and the total employees is 0 because we have marked this attribute as transient. If you don't mark this as transient, you will be getting 100 whatever you stored during the serialization. Okay, so this means whenever you mark attribute as transient, this will not be involved in the serialization process. That means this 100 is not stored in this file. Whenever you read, it is getting the default value, whereas other two attributes are able to store in this file, and when I read, I'm able to get these two values properly. Okay, this is what a transient variable means in Java. Hope this video is useful for your Java interview preparation. Thank you and all the best for your interview. Thank you.